Hi everybody. So the last video that we covered, we actually talked about shoulder mobility, and today we're going to work on shoulder strength. And often when we talk about strength, people think that they need to have weights. You need to have something in your hands to actually help strengthen you up. And the reality is that you don't. Very often you can strengthen muscles really effectively with no prop, no weight whatsoever. And I actually prefer to give people exercises that don't require props, just because then you can do them anytime, anywhere, and it doesn't really matter. I like doing these exercises seated on the floor or kneeling. You can do them sitting in a chair, you can do them sitting on an exercise ball. Any of the above is perfectly fine. You just need enough room to move around a little bit. And so if you have a little less flexibility or a little less mobility through your shoulders, you may find that sitting up a little bit helps you to maintain your posture in a much stronger position. As the shoulders get tired, you're likely going to have some shifts in your posture, and the better that you feel sitting up straight and in what we call a neutral spine, then the more benefit that you're going to get to actually working those muscles through the shoulder. So as we go through these exercises, posture is very, very important. And I want you to make sure that as you're seated, regardless of where you're sitting, that you can maintain weight evenly through your pelvis, so into your sit bones, and that you can keep a stack of your spine, maintaining the neutral curves of your spine. So you should have a small curve in the low back. You should also have a little round through the upper back, and then another inward curve at the neck. You want to be able to maintain the height of your spine. So you want to continue to think of the spine pulling up into the ceiling, and I want you to breathe. So in Pilates, we have a very specific way of breathing. We're not going to go into that here, but I want you to focus on using your breath to maintain the placement of your rib cage over top of your hips so that you don't get a ton of deviation back and forth with the ribs as you're moving through the shoulders. Okay, so we're gonna start with what I call a bend and stretch. And so this is just movement through the shoulder blades. I'm just gonna do them sitting up nice and tall. And as we go through them, if you feel like you need to stop the video and start all over or slow things down, then go ahead and do that. So reaching the arms forward, what should happen is you should start to be able to feel like that protraction and retraction type of movement that we did in the mobility video first, okay? And this exercise actually plays on that particular movement. So as you exhale, I want you to pull your shoulder blades back in and together, keeping the height of your spine, and then you're gonna push the shoulder blades out and away from you, squeezing your chest. So you're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades in as you tighten your waist, and then you're gonna push the shoulder blades away from the spine, squeezing from the chest. So it's just a pull and then a push. And squeeze the shoulder blades together behind you and push the shoulder blades apart. And as you reach your arms forward, I want you to start feeling the front of the shoulder working to help you hold the arm up. You're gonna get a long reach through your ring fingers, like they're pulling away from your shoulder, okay? And you're gonna breathe and tighten through the waist, sitting up nice and tall, and imagining a ball on your head reaching you up into the ceiling. So just nice and tall, okay? You're gonna come back to the center. You're gonna let your left hand go out to the side and the right hand come forward. And we're gonna do some L lifts, and I'll show you from the side, then we'll go from the front. So you're just going to lift the arms to shoulder height. You're going to switch them, keeping your body nice and square, and then you're gonna lower the arm down. So you're gonna lift to an L, you're going to switch your L, and then you're gonna lower the arms down. So from a front perspective, it looks like here, here, and then lower. Lift, lift, and then lower. So in this position, as you rotate and switch the arms, your torso is gonna wanna torque and twist. And I want you to use your stomach muscles to keep your torso square and keep your chest facing forward. So you should be feeling more outside of the shoulder along with the front of the shoulder. You're gonna do 10 each direction, okay? And then you're going to lift the arms up and you're gonna reach your fingertips for the walls on either side of the room. So again, if you're feeling this pull up into your neck, all you do is lower the arms a little bit. You're still gonna get work, it's just going to be a little bit lower angle. That's all, and it'll be out of your neck. So you're just gonna do little tiny circles. And you're just gonna be figuring or thinking about tracing a little donut on either side of the room. So that's about how big the circle is. Just a little donut with the fingers, okay? And now you're starting to integrate a little bit more of the back of the shoulder. So you have the front of the shoulder, the outside of the shoulder, and the back of the shoulder. And you kind of have a little line through there, okay, right through the outside. And you should be starting to feel that whole piece tighten to hold up your arms. You can reach through your fingers a little further, then switch directions. So once you've done 10 slow ones one direction, you're gonna switch and you're gonna go the other direction, okay? And you're still breathing and you're still sitting up nice and tall and you're reaching the top of your head into the ceiling and you're anchoring into your sit bones, okay? And I'm gonna turn, keep going. I want you to maintain that height of your spine, and then you're gonna start to make the circles bigger. And you're gonna start to make them bigger. And again, you're still pausing at the end of each circle. Doesn't matter where you pause, just making those circles a little bit bigger and tightening a little more through the back of the shoulder. And you're pulling the arms back a little further without arching the back or flaring the ribs forward. So you're just maintaining all that height, and you're gonna go the other direction, okay? And so this is still front, back, and side of the shoulder in all of those circles. So just doing that nice rotation, okay? And you're gonna stop in the middle and we're gonna do a float. So you're gonna start here and you're gonna flip the palms up and you're gonna flip the palms down. You're gonna flip the palms up. So each time you flip the palms up, it's a rotation at the shoulder. And you've gotta actually turn the whole arm from the shoulder and then turn it back down. So the movement is shoulder, not just twisting your elbow back and forth, okay? So you wanna actually feel the shoulder rotate back, opening the front of the arm, and then let it rotate forward a bit. So you're gonna open and rotate, palm up, open or close and rotate, palm down, okay? And you're just gonna do a back and forth. So you can just add a little bounce once you get the movement, okay? So you're doing up and down and up. And if your shoulders are not feeling like they are burning a little bit so far, then you have probably started yanking up into your neck, or your posture isn't fabulous anymore, and you might want to sit up into a chair if you are not already. We're going to start in a W type position. From here, with the palms facing forward, you're going to dip and tuck the elbows right into your sides. You're going to keep your hands pulling back, and the hands pulling back towards the shoulders is actually really important because it helps you to engage the back side of your shoulder. What happens for people with the shoulders that are really weak through the back is every single time they bring their elbows to their sides, their hands actually start to drop towards the floor. The motion of pulling the hands back requires strength and flexibility through the back of the shoulder. So from here, you're gonna do a squeeze underneath the armpit, and then you're gonna push the arms up. So you're gonna inhale, squeeze the elbows in, and exhale, press the arms up again. You're gonna inhale to bend, and then exhale to push. Good, do 2 more, and you would do about 10 of them. Then you would pause back down with the elbows here. You do little pulses. So you just go pulse 2 and then lift on 3. Squeeze down, pulse 1, 2, and then lift on 3. So as you start lifting the arms over the head, you're gonna feel a couple of things. Sometimes shoulders will hike up into the ears. I want you to keep them down out of the ears and feel the shoulder blades press out to the armpits instead. As you tuck the elbows in, the shoulder blades should glide in towards the spine, okay? And you wanna feel a squeeze under the armpits. You're gonna lower the arms, and you're gonna turn your hands so they face the wall behind you. You're gonna imagine the wall is right behind you. You're gonna take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're gonna push the backs of the arms into the wall behind you. You're gonna pull the arms forward a couple inches, and you're gonna push them back again, lifting tall through the spine, and press forward and press back. So as you push back, you wanna feel the upper back, backs of the shoulders, backs of the arms, okay? And you do 10 of those, then you're gonna reach your arms behind you. And this works better if you're sitting in a chair. Otherwise, you're gonna feel a ton of gripping through the front of the hips. But my fingertips are down, my thumbs are towards the floor, and I'm just going to try and pull my shoulders back in and together, thinking of trying to squeeze the backs of my arms towards each other. And then I'm gonna release them. And I'm gonna squeeze them back in. And then I'm gonna release them. I'm gonna go again, squeeze. And after you've done 10 of those, you're gonna hold your arms back, lift up nice and tall, and you're just gonna lift your arms towards the ceiling, tap them back down, lift them back up, and tap them back down again. Good, focusing on your breathing as you lift and lower. Should feel like your fingertips are reaching away from your shoulders, and each time you lift, you wanna feel the whole back of your shoulder lift and tighten at the same time. You'll get that sensation down the back of the arm. The temptation again will be to contract or move the rib cage or to hinge forward. So just adjust your body positioning as you need to. If you have any questions about strengthening through the shoulders, or if there's a topic that you'd like me to cover, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll be doing some more videos for you working on hip mobility and spine mobility in the coming days. Talk to you soon. Bye.